Death Valley shines brightly tonight here behind us, but so does the memory of the smirk that signaled the beginning of the end for the Tigers in last year's Sugar Bowl. When Ohio State's Trey Sermon broke through Clemson's defense for a long touchdown play on third down, even though it was ultimately ruled down at the 23, the physicality that he and Ohio State's offensive line exhibited is what embarrasses and haunts Coach Venables and the Tigers to this day, more so than the 49 points that they allowed and the record 639 yards.
We're reminded constantly of how the last outcome was, and we won't forget about it. So every day we're starting practice off tougher, trying to set a mindset for the rest of the spring and all the way up until September 4th, to be ready and to be more physically ready, in the trenches from D-line, linebacker to the back seven, just everywhere, everybody being ready to hit somebody and strike and win and be on their side of the line of scrimmage every play. But right now, everybody, we're definitely focused on being physical with technique, because we're a pretty big team, but if you can take that physicalness and have great technique, you'll be able to dominate big teams. So, in Andy, making sure you're striking, making sure we're practicing on just the fundamentals, tackling harder, making sure what physical tackle comes with just great technique, thudding up and wrapping and running through. So things like that, the small fundamentals will translate, and definitely our mindset will be the reason why we'll be more physical next year. Like Coach Sweeney said, if you don't practice physical, you can't expect to play physical. So every day coming to practice and playing as physical as you can will translate to the game.
However, many would argue that the greatest fuel to this defensive line's fire is senior captain James Skalski, who is ejected from last year's game but seeks to lead his Tigers on a path to redemption with a newfound vengeance.
Skalski won't let it go by. He's going to remind us that every day we got punished the last game, so we got to come out and prepare every day at that practice that it's game rep versus whoever to be ready to play as hard as you can.
Fans will just have to wait and see what an impassioned Coach Venables' crew has to bring to the field this season. Here in Clemson, South Carolina, this is Emilee Smarr, and you can keep up with the Clemson Insider for all the latest information on the 2021 football season.